Hello everyone, today we will recreate street food from all over the world at home. And the first is the Korean smoko pub. The trick is that here, right in front of you, they cook medallions of steak in hot butter, just on a plate. But it's not that simple. In order for the butter to be heated to such a temperature, it must first be prepared. It melts in large quantities. After that, it is filtered away from the white flakes. And now this butter has a higher smoking point and it can be heated to 300 degrees. Next, cut out a piece of beef marble tenderloin and quickly fry all sides to a crust. Also, this piece is given a smoked flavor with wood chips. Then cut into thin pieces. And only after that, they move on to the pitch that you saw at the beginning. Here they say that it is much tastier than an ordinary steak fried in olive oil. So let's try it ourselves. First, we need some butter. We open up the box. And take it out. Let's break off a couple of good pieces. Put a frying pan on the stove, and then the butter inside. First, you just need to melt it. Then for 3 minutes, it should boil pretty well. Only after that will it split into white flakes and transparent fat. This can be removed from the stove, and we'll add a couple more layers of gauze inside a sieve, and then drain the pure butter into the turk. As you can see, all the unnecessary flakes remained in the sieve, and we were left with clean, transparent butter. Now we need a marbled beef tenderloin. Let's open it up. So the first thing we need to do is cut off the head of the tenderloin. Next, we clean the tendons off of it. They are too tough and will simply spoil all the pleasure of eating the tender meat. It's ready. Now we can cut out a beautiful piece in the middle. Now let's pour some of the prepared butter into the pan. Warm it up well. Quickly fry a piece of meat from all sides so that, as it were, it is sealed with a crust. The main thing is that this happens quickly and the heat does not have time to pass inside the meat. You can take it out. Now we will fill an iron lid with chips of fruit trees and put them in next to the meat. With the help of a burner, you need to ignite the wood chips. And immediately blow it out so that it will give a smoke. That's it, cover it up with a hood and leave it for 10 minutes. Done. The crust is already saturated with a smoky aroma, and we put the steak on a plate and cut it into 6 slices. As you can see, now the meat is completely raw inside. Let's also slice up a baguette. It's time to heat up the butter to the max. We will use a thermometer. We're going to wait for it to show us 300 degrees. And we can start. First, pour the butter onto the plate. And we spread out our thin slices of tenderloin. Now top this with the bulk of the hot butter. We will also add a baguette, just like in the original. And pour some butter right on top of each piece. and turn them over. Do the same thing with the bread. Now our tenderloin is already ready. Let's cut off a piece. The roasting is just what we need, medium well. Add another piece of soaked baguette. And now we just need to add some salt. Let's try it. Of course the bread is too saturated with butter, but this butter does not feel like olive oil or any other vegetable. When you eat it with a steak, you get the feeling that it is just like meaty juice. And also there was a slight aroma of smoke. I wish there were more of it. This is very tasty, but unrealistically fatty. The next type of street food today is also from Korea. They sell marshmallow ice cream here. They take out pre-prepared briquettes from the freezer, stick them onto a stick, and then burn them with a gas burner to get a caramelized crust like marshmallows on a campfire. It looks really beautiful, if you ask me. But marshmallows are just the outer layer. There was also chocolate ice cream on the inside. It's very interesting to try such a thing. So for the simplest ice cream, we open up some vegetable cream. They already have sugar inside of it, so it's very convenient. Let's pour this into a bowl and set it onto whisk in a food processor. After literally 3 minutes, the cream is whipped. And this is the cream that we're left with. To make it chocolatey, we're gonna need some chocolate syrup. Open it up and squeeze out a third of the package into the cream. Now we just need to mix it well until it's smooth. Now we need to fill out some special molds with this mass. And be sure to level it off. Take some ice cream sticks and insert them into the mold. Now put them into the freezer. This needs to really freeze up. Now let's move on to the chocolate. These are really big chips that we pour into a glass. We're gonna need some more chocolate, so we'll add some small chips. Now we put it into the microwave to melt. Now this is the hot chocolate that we're left with. It's been a few hours, so we can take the ice cream out of the freezer. As you can see, it is already set. We pull them out of the mold. They turn out to be a really perfect thing. So we lower it into the glass with chocolate. And spread it out on parchment and let it set. We continue to cover up the ice cream with chocolate. I didn't really find the right shape for it, so let's use the ice cream packaging. Just cut off all the excess. Let's move on to the marshmallows. We need the most ordinary white marshmallows. We put them into a bowl and into the microwave for 45 seconds. Now we can take them out. They didn't really pump up that well. So we'll transfer all this foamed mass into a mold. The chocolate is already frozen, so we take the ice cream and immerse it into the hot marshmallows. And again into the freezer for 3 hours. Now that the marshmallow has set, and we can open up the mold. This isn't really as perfect as it is in Korea, but it's acceptable. And now the most important thing is to burn it with a burner so that the marshmallow gets a crust on it. And this turned out beautifully. Let's try it. You know, this is a pretty cool combination. Warm, stretching marshmallows on the outside and delicious ice cream on the inside. And the last one for today is corn ribs from the UK. Corn cobs are peeled and cut into 8 pieces. After that, they are deep fried. They are sprinkled with spices and served with lime. They're slightly curved and really look like pork ribs. But the most delicious thing is to pour hot cheese right over them. Let's try it ourselves. The market is full of young corn right now. We husk all of them. We cut off these stalks and cut the heads lengthwise. For such tasks, take the thinnest knife you have. Then once again in half lengthwise. And once across. Now let's get the fryer ready. To do this, we fill the pan with oil. Temperature is important here. It needs to be warmed up to 180 degrees Celsius. Now we're going to send all the corn in to roast. Almost immediately it begins to twist and gradually acquires a golden color. We fried it for 10 minutes until it was this color right here. And now you can get the corn ribs out of the deep fryer. And now we will make a seasoning for them. We send some dried red pepper into a coffee grinder. Then some coriander. And a seaweed combo. We need a very small piece of them. So let's cut it into smaller pieces. Cover this with a lid and let it grind into a powder. Done. Now we also need to add some white pepper and smoked paprika, dried garlic, and also some dried onions. All that's left to do is to add salt. And now mix this whole set of spices. Now we just need, for convenience, to pour all of this into a jar. And then sprinkle the spices on our corn. Pour some lemon juice in and mix. And now we can plate it up. Now we have to make some cheese sauce. Add some flour to butter and mix. Add some cream with a fat content of 15%. And now the most important thing to do is to open up some processed cheddar cheese. Well, the one that they use like for burgers, you know, and add it to the sauce. This really needs to be dissolved into the cream. Also add in some hot sauce. And for the last time, mix it up. That's it, you can top your corn ribs with the sauce. Let's try it. Okay, this is really tasty. The taste is much richer and more interesting than that of ordinary boiled corn. And what kind of street food do you guys eat most often? Shawarma, hot dogs, or burgers? Let us know in the comments. And be sure to like and subscribe to this channel. Bye, everybody!